I just want to make this short, and I'm very happy to see everybody here to join this special moment. And marriage is a union of two families. So I've been, the Ling family, which is my family, has been staying with me, and I've been cooking for them for the last 4 days now. So this truly is a union, and I also do their laundry. So anyway, so this is a true union of two families, and in the meantime, they are taking care of my daughter in Taiwan, Sophie, and drinking whiskey and play mahjong, gambling. So thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, everybody. Come here.
Okay, so hey, listen, we're going to keep this really short again. So a few people are going to come up and just say a few words, and we're going to launch right into dinner, and then there's, and then you're going to be all drunk, and then we're going to do something else. So we have a lot of friends from that traveled for, from various places. And but let's see, who should we start? Well, maybe we should start with Paul's children, Andrew, Sophie, and Isabel. They might want to say something, so let's hear from them. Come on up, Isabel. Yeah, they're coming. They're coming. You might not recognize them. They've grown since you've last seen them. So here's Isabel, believe it or not.
I'll just wait for the rest of my family to come here so I feel more comfortable. I guess, anyways, it's a nice moment joining two families. I met Vivian's family last December in Taiwan, and they cooked me a 12-course meal for dinner. And I think that especially in our family, food is a good indicator of character. And I would say that their family has a lot of character and a lot of love. And I'm very happy to be joining two families who you can tell have a lot of love for each other and everyone in their family. And that's what's important. So congratulations. And while my brother and sister think about what they're going to say, I'll just wait here. Ni hao.
You're not going to translate?
No. 星期是二我
Okay, enough of that. Yeah, I mean, I just want to say that, we're very happy to welcome Vivian into our family. We've spent quite a bit of time with her, in the last, while now. Couple trips together, and some time in San Francisco too, and everything we've seen about her we love. So congratulations, you two, and we wish you all the happiness in the world.
Thanks everyone for coming out. This is a really fun event, and I just wanted to just recognize again two families coming together, and in a moment, a wonderful, beautiful moment, and I'll say something in Chinese. Everyone, prepare yourselves. 我想说谢谢你们 Vivian 的家人，因为 when I'm in Taiwan, they take care of me, and I go to their house and have these really awesome 12-course meals like once a week, and have lots of whiskey with them and lose lots of money to them. So 我想说谢谢你们照顾我。爸爸妈妈 yeah. My new mom and dad too over there. 打麻将喝一点酒没问题 So it's just I'm really looking forward to my future with my new family. Yeah, cheers, 干杯干杯欢迎你们干杯
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Don't they make you feel old? They make me feel old. Okay, talking about going back with Paul, and we got to bring Barry up. Come on, Barry. This is when Paul was a hippie. No, it was even before that, Barry. you went. Okay, I'll let you do this.
Okay. I've known Paul a while, a long time, from the early 70s. We went to high school together. He was in school. He was the first person to own his own car. He was the first person to actually work for a living among the rest of the class who were living off their parents. And he kind of accelerated and just kind of took off. And then later I moved out to the West Coast, and we did our original convoy out to take a look together. And I don't know what to say. Basically, it's been a long time. He's always been there for me, and many times not always that happy. And I'm grateful. So I got to say.
Your cross-country drive.
What do you want to know?
I know it was in a haze of drug induced.
Well, there wasn't much drug induction. There was a time where we spent the night in a dorm on a grass field. We thought it was a fantastic place to spend the night, but the problem is, about halfway through the night, the sprinklers came on, so we had to move. That was a memorable moment. And we had to do a little bit of ice driving that we didn't expect to do, and we had to run out of breath on a pass, I remember, in Colorado. It was a great trip. That was our first of 2 trips across the country. Oh, the second trip, the car didn't quite make it. So. But we eventually made it. So.
Good job, Barry. So, what he didn't tell you is none of that happened, because he doesn't remember any of it. Okay. Hey, so, Paul has a longtime partner. Most of you know Louis and Steve. So, come on up, Louis. He promises to say everything inappropriate tonight.
I just want to say thanks, Paul and Vivian, for just having us here, because it's just fun. It's fun to meet everybody and see everybody out of context of work. And, as everybody, Steve and I have been partners. We started working for Paul, actually, as running jobs, and then we then worked up. And it's always an experience working with Paul, because you build something, and then you take it down, and then you build it again, and then you take it down, and
you put on the sign,
right?
The sign that you put on.
Right. I mean, we just do this all the time, and
the sign says "No architects allowed" on Steve's job site. So.
Yeah, actually, we petitioned the AIA to take away his license, so he couldn't come out. He would just have to be a developer and not an architect. But actually, we've had great fun for how many years, 12, 15 years, whatever it is, and very successful, and just had a great time. And I'd just like to toast Paul and Vivian and just have a happy marriage and a long-lasting marriage. Thank you.
The light here. Yeah, I'd just like to say that I don't remember seeing Paul so happy and content in 15 years. So it's great, and I'm glad to see Vivian and is so good for him, and he's vice versa. And I wish that both of you lots of happiness, lots of love and happiness. You deserve it. Bye.
So anyway, we're kind of moving forward here, and then we get to the point where we have UMB, and then we manage to stay out of jail. And who do we have to thank for that but our corporate counsel, Ron Spector from LA.
Thank you, Daniel. Let me see. Make sure I submit my bill for this time. I want to first of all congratulate Paul and Vivian. I've known Paul, had the honor of knowing Paul for a number of years, many, many years. And I'll be serious for a few moments. He's a great man. He really is. He has an unbelievably large heart. I have learned a lot from him over the years, and I thank him for many of the great things that have happened to me in life. So congratulations, Paul and Vivian. Many happy and healthy years ahead. But before I sit down, one of the fondest moments I have with Paul was when he dragged me to Japan and China on a trip, a last-minute trip over the Christmas holidays. And many people know me in this room. I don't know how to use chopsticks. I don't eat Chinese food. So he shows up at the airport wearing a jacket and carrying a gym bag, and we're supposed to be gone for 3 weeks. And I'm like, you're only wearing one jacket? He says, I've had great luck with this jacket. I'm going to keep wearing it until my luck changes. So he basically traveled to China for 3 weeks with a gym bag and the same jacket. I decided to do the same thing. I figured it was good for him, it was good for me. But in closing, I had to bring a fork with me. So I traveled to China with a fork and a gym bag and Paul. And he was a fantastic roommate. He's not the biggest spender in the world. And we stayed at some very interesting places along the way. But it was a great trip. We had a lot of great memories. But in closing, let me say that Vivian, you're very lucky to have Paul. Paul, you're very lucky to have Vivian. I wish both of you many, many years of health and happiness. You deserve the best. And what a beautiful family you have as well. Congratulations. Have a great evening.
Thank you, Ron. And Manny, come on up. Manny, yes, you got to come up. One of the first bankers to take a chance on us. And he's been regretting it all these years. So anyway, there's another banker here. So, okay. But anyway,
but I come first.
Be sensitive.
I come first, right? Okay. Thank you. Well, I was very fortunate to meet Paul years ago, and the gentleman here who introduced me is George Ju, and invited me for lunch and met Paul, and boy, time flies so fast. 15, 20 years ago, and we had a lunch, and I immediately liked his personality, and it was just fun. We became friends. And he was just doing a small 5-unit apartment building. He needed very small amount of money, and it was a no-brainer. Since then, we became friends, and sometimes I think he's my therapist. I call him whenever I have problem, and he calls me when I have problems. And we've been, I tell you, I save money from going to just calling him. But thank you, Paul. I think it's a great moment. You have a wonderful family. I'm so proud to see that exists, and all the best for both of you guys. And congratulations. Thanks for